Jordan, the 24-hour rule, easy to say, but we're not 18 to 21 years old. What is it like coming back from Columbus, and how do you get into the right mindset to be on track for Illinois week?
Yeah, so a quick turnaround right there. Got to get back to the right mindset so I can approach, this week with the right mindset. I really just tried to keep the 24-hour rule in my head, like, this just happened. Okay, now it's time to refresh, you know what I'm saying, and move on to the next.
Playing a lot of nose tackle is not necessarily a position where you're going to rack up a lot of stats, but obviously you have a very important role on that defense. Is that something you take pride in, maybe doing a little bit of the dirty work on defense?
Of course, because at the end of the day, I take pride in not letting my teammates down, and I also take pride in the Maryland logo that's on my jersey. And so whatever I have to do in order to, make sure that my role in making sure that we're successful, whatever I have to do, I'm willing to do it for my teammate, for my coaches, and for this program.
Hey, Jordan. I wanted to ask about Jayshon Barham. What would you kind of say is your favorite moment or story that you have to tell about him?
Yeah, so, I always actually, like, when I first transferred in, he was my roommate. And so, I always talk to him from time to time and things of that nature. And I feel like my favorite moment just being with him is just probably like just talking to him about life. You know what I'm saying? Just really just, having a good conversation with him just about general stuff and just, us just like talking ball and stuff like that. Like I said, we were roommates, so, he'll come out and I'll come out and then we'll have like a simple conversation about, just life or just about football or, just goals that, we're trying to get to, things of that nature.
What stands out to you most about him on and off the field?
What stands out about me most about him is that he's quiet, but every time he's on the field, like, everybody's going to know it. Everybody. Amazing player, amazing guy, what I'm saying, very humble. That stands out the most to me about him.
Jordan, Coach Loxley talked a lot about with the defensive line, kind of the gap integrity Saturday. It seemed like the pass rush really started well in the first half and it kind of fizzled a little bit late. What do you think, kind of changed there?
Yeah, we it's just stuff that we have to get better at, and Coach B. Will, he always harps on the little things and the details that we need to focus on in order to take the next step as a group, as a room, and as a defense. So, it's just little things that we have to get better at.
Jordan, Mike Loxley said that the loss lingered for a little bit. Did it linger for you as well?
I always take pride in everything I do, and so, the first thing that goes through my mind when adversity hits is what could I have done to, prevent it from happening, so really, like I said, from the time that we got on the plane, came back to College Park, and then, from the time, like, I woke up the next morning on that Sunday and watched the film, it did a little bit, but then, after that, I'm like, okay, now we got to start getting ready for Illinois. And so, that's when it goes away, and that's when it's like, okay, that's out the window. Now, we got to get focused and, come back from that.
As a follow-up, how would you describe the sense of urgency to make sure that loss doesn't sort of filter into this Illinois game?
Excuse me?
How would you describe the sense of urgency to make sure that loss does not filter over into this game against Illinois?
It's very important. We do our best as teammates to constantly remind each other, hey, that's in the past. It's on to the next. And I think, we've done a good job so far of just reminding each other of that. And I feel like we've got that out of our system, and now we're ready for what's next.
Coach mentioned earlier about stopping the run, how P&10s, first and 10s, things of that vein. What do you feel is the biggest challenge you guys face in being where you want to be in stopping the run this season? And I guess what gives you cause for confidence that you guys are going to be able to make those strides for this stretch run?
Stopping the run is very important. that's something that we work on, every day, and that's something that we've gotten a little bit better at, and that we're still working on, along with rushing the passes successfully. And really, that's something we'll continue to get better at. Both of those things.